Hello friends, in last video we discussed about the first two type of modifications which is present in the adventitious root system of flowering plant or angiospermic plant. The first modifications is modification for food storage while second modification is for mechanical support. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss third and last type of modification which is present in the adventitious root, which is nothing but the modification for performing special functions. In this type of modifications, adventitious root structurally change themselves so that they can perform some very special function in the flowering plant other than absorption of water and minerals. Okay, so according to the special function, there are two different type of root which is present in this class. Number one is epiphytic roots. And number two is sucking roots. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss in detail mechanism of how epiphytic root get changed or get modified in the angiospermic or flowering plant to support their growth. As well as I am going to discuss about sucking roots too. Okay, so first we are going to start with epiphytic roots. The name itself suggests epi means above and phytes means plant. This type of a root system generally present on big trees. Okay, that means the small plant they have epiphytic roots and this plant directly grow on the horizontal branches of the big trees. Okay, in case of evergreen forest, the big trees grow so large, their canopy is so thick, so very less amount of sunlight can penetrate through the big trees and reach to the soil. Okay, so small plants which grow on the soil in evergreen forest unable to get sufficient amount of sunlight so that they can perform photosynthesis, and due to the lack of sunlight their growth retarded on the soil. So this plant have developed this type of a root systems in them so that they can easily grow in evergreen forest with the help of big trees. Okay, so in case of epiphytic plant, how exactly this type of root develops? Suppose this is the stem of big tree which is present in evergreen forest, and now the tree have horizontal branches, number of horizontal and vertical branches. Now the horizontal branch of this tree is the site for the growth of some special type of a plant like orchids. Okay, so these small plants easily grow on these horizontal branches. They have green leaves which bear photosynthesis. That means the part these green leaves have chlorophyll pigments and they can perform photosynthesis. And now this epiphytic plant show the root systems, and the root are simple, thin, hair-like structures which directly start from the leaves, and then these roots are suspended in the air. Okay, so this is epiphytic plants. And the root system which develop on the epiphytic plant is epiphytic roots. These type of roots do not grow underground. They are generally aerial. They grow in the air. They are present in a suspended form directly in the air. So they do not come in contact with the soil. And due to which this root have to develop some special type of cells or tissue to absorb moisture directly from the air. And because of this type of a root show very special type of a tissue or cell outside the cortex of the root, and these cells are called velamen tissues. That means these tissues or these cells are present outside the cortical region in this root. And these velamen tissues are hygroscopic tissues which have ability to directly absorb water or moisture from the air, and due to which these roots can directly absorb moisture from the atmosphere and make it available for the leaves. And now these leaves, as they grow on the horizontal branches of the big tree, they can easily get sufficient amount of sunlight and they can perform photosynthesis and grow. Okay, that means instead of growing on the ground, this type of a plant grow on the other plant, so we call them as epiphyte. Epi means above and phyte means plant, the plant which grow with the help of other plant on the top position. Okay, and important tissue which help in the process is velamen tissue, and this is the type of a tissue which is hygroscopic in nature that directly absorb water from the atmosphere. Another important thing related to the epiphytic root is that they have assimilatory power. That means sometimes this root contain small amount of chlorophyll pigment so that they can also perform photosynthesis and produce their own food material. So the root help in two important things. Number one, for absorbing water directly from the atmosphere, and number two, in photosynthesis process. That means they can able to produce food material. Okay, so this is about the epiphytic root which is present in the epiphytic plant. Example of the plant which having this epiphytic root is Duodenum. Okay, Duodenum is the example of plant that show epiphytic roots. Okay, now the next type of a root which is developed for performing special function in the flowering plant, and the root is a type of adventitious root, is sucking root. They are also known as Hostoria, or they are also known as parasite roots. What is parasite? Parasite is nothing but the organism which is depend upon other organism or depend upon host for the nourishment. Okay, so this type of a root directly absorb water and mineral from the host plant. Okay, suppose this is the host plant stem, and now the sucking root or the Hostoria or the parasitic plant grow very close to the stem of host plant. Okay, and now they have their own leaves, but instead of performing photosynthesis, most of the time the plant take part in the process in which this thin stem plant directly absorb moisture from the host plant. Okay, if we take TS transverse section of the root, we can easily see a host plant stem around which small parasitic plant grow, and now this parasitic plant directly develop thin microscopic root from the stem which penetrate, which enter inside the stem of host plant, and once it enter in the stem, it reach to the vascular bundle of the host plant. So this is parasitic plant, this is host plant, and the root which developed from the stem of parasitic plant is sucking root. Now the root directly reach up to the vascular bundle of host plant. Okay, two type of sucking root or parasitic root present in this parasitic plant. They are incomplete sucking root and complete sucking root. In case of incomplete sucking root, actually they only reach to the xylem and then they absorb water and minerals from the xylem. While in case of complete sucking root, they reach to the vascular bundle and they absorb both xylem from xylem water and mineral and from phloem nourishment or food material. Okay, so in case of complete sucking root or hostoria, the plant or parasitic plant is completely depend upon the host plant for its nourishment. Example of the parasitic plant is amarvel. Okay, so as this type of root develop from the stem, we can call it as a adventitious root. So in this lecture, we discuss about the two important modifications of the adventitious root for performing special function. Number one, epiphytic root, the plant which grow on the other plant and get nourishment or get water directly from the air. They are called as epiphytic plant. And sucking roots or hostoria or the parasitic root, this type of root present in the parasitic plant which penetrate up to the vascular bundle of the host plant and absorb water, mineral and food directly from the host plant. Okay, so this is all about the different type of roots and their modification. From my next video, I'm going to start with stem. Thank you.